Sometimes, I mean, it's hard to fit in here when you go here and you're a different color. I mean, it's not.
I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as I've been black all my life. I've been black today. And I'm to teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people that.
Hi guys, hope you guys are feeling good. Thank you so much for clicking. So should we judge people by the color of your skin? This black girl asks Charlie K. So let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Erin. I'm a student here, and I'm an African American Studies major. But one thing I do agree with that you haven't said tonight is the school choice thing. I do agree that you should be able to go to a school that's outside of your zip code. I went to a great high school. That's exactly why I was able to come here. But my other question is that what are some examples of critical race theory? Because I know, like, another question that another girl came, she said that she had to learn CRT in her sorority, and what I thought it was is that, you know, you should know how to interact with people of other races, because I went to a school where it's, you know, mostly Caucasian people, and I had to learn how to interact with other people. So is it something like that, or is it something deeper that we don't really know?
No, it's super simple. So let me just kind of ask you, I bet we agree. Do you support black-only dormitories?
Well, when I think of black-only dormitories, I believe that you're talking about, like, maybe HBCUs, because it's mostly black people.
No.
Where are these?
Western Washington University, public school in Washington, has black-only dormitories. Is that something you would support?
I mean, I would probably live in one, but I mean, that
Wait, so you don't want to live with white people?
I didn't say, I mean, I didn't say that. But I mean, it's kind of hard. Sometimes, like, I have multiple, I mean, you know, I have a lot of white friends or whatever, but sometimes, I mean, it's hard to fit in here when you go here and you're a different color. I mean, it's not hard to.
What would you support white-only dormitories?
It's some around here. Not many black people go here, so it technically is white only if you think about it.
No, it's not. No, I mean, well, let me ask you another question.
I don't think anybody here would. Oh, well, some people might, you know, support that. I mean, I never said I supported any only kind of thing.
That's why I'm asking, right? I think that, you know.
Do you support white only dormitories?
Absolutely not. I think it would be racist.
It's preposterous. I believe that.
And guess what? Black only dormitories are racist too.
I mean, I guess so. I might live in one if I could, but I can't, so.
Okay, well, let me ask you another question. At Columbia University, they have black-only graduation ceremonies. Would you support that?
I mean, is it just like, so are they not able to graduate with the white people? Is that why they can't?
Well, they have a separate ceremony just for black people.
Oh. Wow. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the separate ceremony when they don't want to go to graduation. They want to do it online. That's how I think of it.
So do you think segregation is evil and wrong?
I mean, black people weren't even able to join sororities here until 2012, so not the PhD one. So, you know, segregation here. George Wallace stood in front of the doors.
I just know that's not true, and like, there's.
Okay, when were PhD sororities and fraternities desegregated? 2013. Oh,
so you're trying to tell me that black people were not able to join a fraternity because of the color of their skin?
Do you remember George Wallace too? Segregation now, segregation, you know, for all, forever.
That's what
happened as well.
That's what you're espousing when you say that black-only graduation ceremonies or dormitories.
Black-only graduation ceremonies are the least of our problems, least of yours. Do you think that you'll be able to go to a HBCU and have this same turnout and have these same people? Let me tell you.
I would hope so, but I mean.
So what would you say to them?
But here's the thing. I'm sorry, what?
What would you say to room full of black people about critical race theory?
You know what I would say? I'd say your skin color means nothing. You're made in the image of God.
You're right. But I completely agree. But I can tell you right now, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, but I have been going here for 3 years. I'm a junior. I have I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I have most definitely faced racism and prejudice no matter what I believe in, and it's just really hard to sit up here and listen to people come up here and say, oh, I don't want to learn CRT. It's just making you able to interact with other types of people. I have no problem.
No, it's not. So let me just tell you. So at the Georgia public schools in Atlanta, they put black sixth graders in one classroom and white sixth graders in another classroom. Is that evil?
I've never seen. Can you show me a video of those kids?
Atlanta segregation of public schools.
Well,
it was national news.
I have, not to interrupt, but I have family members that go to schools in these areas, and I also have people who live in redlining districts where they can't go to good schools.
Do you support segregation?
No, I do not.
Okay, we agree. Therefore, black-only dormitories and black-only graduation ceremonies and putting sixth graders in one classroom based on skin color or
I
the
don't have
other,
any
those
source
are
of these.
those are outgrowths of CRT.
So learning. So okay. So tell me, give me an example of what critical race theory is. I don't.
So
that was my first
I'll be
question.
happy to tell you. So critical race theory is an emphasis at saying skin color matters, that the color of someone's skin is important in judging the value of the human being.
I get that, but if you were teaching a class that is like that was talking about critical race theory, we were all sitting here.
Yes.
What would your lecture be? Like, tell me what are your points? Like, who is this author that you're
So
reading
Herbert
from?
Marcuse and
Okay.
an author by the last name of Spinoza wrote a book called One-Dimensional Man in the 1960s. Herbert Marcuse came from the Frankfurt School in the 1930s, and he started this at Columbia University. Coming out of a Marxist belief of power dynamics, he believed that power struggles were not just the rich versus the poor, but also black versus white. And he wanted to expand the kind of conversation to also engage racial dynamics. Inherent in critical race theory is a belief that people are not individuals, they're members of tribes. Inherent in the idea of critical race theory is that there is no free speech or reason or scientific inquiry. These are white supremacist, Eurocentric constructs that have been put into the Western world. And the one that I think that is most prevalent, CRT believes racism is everywhere, that racism is the norm, that racism is within our systems, it's in our language, it's in our customs, it's in our codes, it's in all these sorts of things. Now, that's a super quick version of what CRT is, so happy to dive into that more, but I think we don't have to overcomplicate it, which is, do you think people should be judged based on the color of their skin?
It's not that I think that, but it's that it's happening, and you cannot ignore that. I might not be treated the same as him as
So
he walks.
you're
through the
right,
door.
it is happening. Like at Coca-Cola, they say they need to train their employees to abolish whiteness. At AT&T, they said they would need to train their employees to get rid of whiteness. We have a supply and demand issue with racism in our country. We have an incredibly low supply of racism and an incredible demand to try to fulfill it. So we've created racism where it doesn't exist and try to turn everyone into mini racists against each other, which has now manifested itself into a massive anti-white movement in our country where I believe, more than anything else, we should care about character, not skin color. Do you agree with that?
Definitely.
It's not. I don't believe that you understand what I'm saying. It's not that I don't agree with not. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not that I don't agree with, you know, what you just said, but you have to realize that it's black people are like white people are not being hunted after. Y'all can come here and live a great freaking life. Alabama is a safe haven. The PhD fraternities and sororities are a safe haven
You
for white
think you're
people.
being hunted?
Let me tell. Okay, y'all can laugh, but until you have walked as a black person on this campus, y'all truly don't understand. And I've gone to school with white people my whole life. I've gone.
So
but it's just.
I will end with this. You're not being hunted at the University of Alabama, and there is no boogeyman that's trying to get you.
It's not. You're making it seem.
You live in the least racist country in the history of the world.
You're in Alabama. You are literally in the place where it's not okay.
You mean the place that has given you more talking time than any other person here, and where they sit respectfully. You're supposed to shut
me down and be like, go sit down? I mean, of course I'm going to talk to you.
That would have happened 100 years ago. You're right. 100 years ago, you might not have been allowed to come into this room, which would have been evil. No, instead, we are here. We're creating a movement to say we never want to go back to the segregation that once existed in this country that is now being pushed by people in corporate America, in academia, and other places. We want to strive for a country that cares about character and the soul and the spirit of the individual, not on tribes, not on the melanin content in people's skin. And I will say this as compassionately as I can, is that you are not being hunted as a black person in America. There's not a single statistic that affirms that. There's not a single data point. Instead, the opposite is true. We are the least racist, most accepting, multiracial country in the history of the planet, and I pray one day you'll be thankful to live in that country. Okay. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
Everybody.
CJ, come here. Really quick. I have a question. Come here. Go right there. So CJ, just really quick, You're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie, which I think is the biggest problem we have here today are people who wake up every single day looking for a reason to be oppressed, looking for a reason to cry and make an excuse about why they're not in a position to go win. I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control. I've been black all my life. I've been black today, and I'm thriving here. I think that's a roll tide right there, right? I don't know.
And so, CJ, let me ask you, CRT, racist?
It's not just racist, it's the exact iteration of white supremacy, just in reverse. I think it's important that we start teaching young people not to hate other people because of the color of their skin. We can teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people they should be ashamed of who they are. You know?
Amen. So, closing thought, CJ, is this trying to divide the country?
It's not only trying to divide the country, it's trying to break apart the foundation upon which it was built. You know, people forget the words of MLK, Rosa Parks, all those people who fought so hard for us to be a united country where we didn't see the color of one's skin but their character. This is about taking us away from the vision and the dream of Martin Luther King and just taking us to the dream of Kamala Harris, and I don't want to live that dream.
Amen.
Sorry.
CJ, you're a great American. Give it up for CJ, everybody. So good. So good. God bless you, man. Everybody, this was great tonight. I want to thank some of the disagreements. It was great as always. Everybody, Alabama's a great state. It truly is. And I just want to say God bless this wonderful country and for everyone being here tonight. And in closing, the future is dependent on what you do. If we act and if we're optimistic and solution-oriented, our best days are ahead. It is a gift from the Lord to live in America, the greatest nation ever to exist in the history of the world. God bless you guys.
All right, I believe when you're not proud of who you are, you're not proud of your skin color, you're not proud of your tribe, you give people more reason to, to look down on you or to bully you. So I understand what the girl was asking, and if they should invite the girl and the guy together to answer question, the next thing she might tell the guy is that she is more of a black person than the guy. The girl is very, very dark in skin color compared to the guy that spoke last, that Charlie K asked question through the question hat. But your skin color does not matter. It's the way you present yourself to people, it's the way people will behave to you, or it's the way people will accept you in the society. If you let them feel like you're not accepted, or you yourself, you're not proud of who you are, then people will look down on you the more. You get what I'm saying? So racism cannot be eradicated. That's one thing I know. There's no way we can eradicate it in this society. It's not possible because it's always there. There was one question this girl asked. She said that, she made one statement. She said that the issue is that people kind of segregate people. They segregate each other because of your skin color. What she's trying to say that, why is that people do it? It's not that it's not happening. It's happening, but why is that it cannot be stopped? And it's not possible. But it all starts from you. I believe on campus, the way the girl, carries herself, the way she interacts with people, the way she sees herself is how the way people are, interacting with her. Because if you go to a white man country and you're a black person, you're a very, very black person in skin color, you're very dark, and you feel like you don't fit into their league, then you have a problem. There's no way they can accept you for who you are. You have to be proud of your skin color. Interact with people. Let people know that it's not by your skin color, it's by your character. Some people, it's not the skin color that is the issue, it's their character. If you go to a white man country and you have this mindset that, okay, this is how they treat black people, how do you expect to live comfortable in that country? It's not possible. So if you have this mindset that, oh, this country, they segregate people, they interact with people based on their skin color, they don't like black people because of the, perception they have or the superstition they have about black people. And then you might say, oh, why I'm going there, I'll just be on my own, I will not talk to anybody, I'll give this kind, and you are giving attitude to them, then they'll treat you the way you don't want them to treat you. So if you want people to treat you based on who you are, your character matters a lot. It's the character you should watch out. You don't look down on them because you are different from them. Then they will treat you like their own. They won't bother about your skin color. But if you're trying to segregate yourself, you're trying to separate yourself from the white people because you are the only black person in your, in your group or in your class, then you will have a lot of issues with people. That's when people will start, separating themselves for you. So you need to socialize. Socializing is very, very important in the society, especially when you are in an environment whereas you have to deal with people. Like, let's say, for instance, you are in a school environment, or maybe you are in a company, you are working for a company, or anywhere you find yourself, there's no how you can't see people daily. Then you need to learn how to accommodate them. You need to be sociable. You need to learn how to accommodate people. So I love what the guy said. He said it's because he does not see himself that way. So there's no way people will treat him based on his skin color, because he tried to mingle with the white people. He tried to do what they do. He let them know that, see, black people are wonderful people. Some people, they have a lot of mindsets about black people. So you need to prove them wrong. They have a lot of negative mindsets. So when they see a black person in their society, they'll be scared because of what they see, or maybe on social media, or what they see on the news, or what the media publish out there about black people. So they all want to be careful. So you trying to, relate to them, you need to change their mindset. You need to let them understand that, see, we are good people. Because this person has treated you badly, or because of what you've heard on social media, doesn't mean I'm like that. I'm a wonderful person. And it shows from your character. Your attitude shows it all. That's why they say action speaks louder than words. If you are being, segregated based on your skin color, you are the one that allowed it. Nobody will, isolate you from. There's no way you can be, unless you isolate yourself from people, from white people. So you need to get to know them, learn their culture, interact with them, be free, be humble. Like, that's how it is. So the lady is going through a lot, and the reason why she's finding it difficult to actually mingle with white people is because her foundation was not really good. The way she started it, maybe she was born and bred in America. Maybe her parents are blacks and they married in America and they gave birth to her in the country. That one should even be much more easier for you. If you were born and brought up in a white man country, it should be easier for you to mingle with people. And if you are not even brought up there, you should even find a way to associate yourself well, socialize well, and nobody will laugh at you or make fun of you or segregate you based on your skin color. So this is my take on it. Well, let me know what you think, guys, regarding this video. Let's keep the discussion going in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more. Like, share, and comment. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.